We're back, playing once again real or fake DC Comics, as DC Comics is known for a lot of slop these days. But which ones are the fake ones? And yes, I did actually include fake ones this time.
Drag James back to torture him.
Literally how? How did you get me back here after what transpired last time? Oh my god. Hi everybody, I'm back. I'm less crispy and burnt from last time, but I am still just as dumb because I am gonna be suffering all the livelong day as I learn about Catwoman cutting herself and being gay. I'm in for it.
Did you check out any DCYA comics since we last met? Oh,
no,
you weren't interested?
Can't imagine why.
I have consumed DC, but it's been through, I guess, the James Gunn-verse. I wish, yeah, I rectally consumed it, actually. But
DC brand heroin?
That would probably be more enjoyable. But I did get a lot of pause DC, because, yeah, I don't know if you guys watched Peacemaker, but...
No, why would I do that?
Why are we doing this? Why are we doing this?
Talking about how, like, they show just a picture of an obese black woman's vagina?
Yes! Yes! Full frontal... black lady vagina in your face.
I think at this point you're probably immune to DC slop. I don't know if you could do anything more.
There's nowhere lower than fat black vaginas in your face.
Well, you could just say that's
this is for kids, so.
But yeah, don't watch Peacemaker.
Right.
No, it's not good DC, and don't read these comics. But enjoy us suffering through them, I guess. Ooh.
Do you guys feel more confident doing?
Yeah, I think so.
Because you both did fairly okay last time. Well, this time I only have 8, but I think 8 is plenty.
Okay.
I didn't think self-harming was real, and that was the worst one, and that was right out of the gate. So I'm like, well, if that one was real, surely the rest of them are. That was the only thing, is we started.
You were right.
You were right, though.
Yeah.
First plot. Static Shock is back, but his longtime girlfriend Daisy just left him after being fed up with his superhero heroics getting in the way of their relationship. What should have been a night of fun to make Virgil feel better takes a turn for the worse. Now he's babysitting a young black kleptomaniac who just can't stop stealing things with her shrinking abilities. Lucky for him, he has help from Rocket, a strong, independent black woman with superpowers way stronger than his. Together, they protect the klepto, fight with security, and even run from the most terrifying thing of all, a conservative superhero confronting them about their responsibilities. Real or fake?
No fucking way.
So with your tall tales and your trickery, I always look for the one thing that could be fake. And in this one, it's admitting that, how do I say this? What? You have a black person stealing. you have a black person stealing.
They're called a kleptomaniac, which is like an excuse. It's like a mental condition for why you steal. So it doesn't have to do with race. It's that they have a kleptomania.
There's 3 black people. Only one of them stealing.
Right.
Yeah, now there is a DC character, like an obscure one, that was in an actual good comic. Oh god, what was it called though? It was one of the Arkham comics, I think. So it was this character named Magpie, and she was obsessed with like shiny things, and so she was Harley Quinn-esque, and she would just steal anything that was shiny. But if it's Magpie, then that would make sense. Okay, I'm going real. This one I think is actually a safe one. You know, Adam, I liked how you said like they're using a disability, even if it's a rarely used one, as an excuse. The klepto freak. But if I'm wrong, it's because they wouldn't have a black person stealing. It would be the whitest of white people stealing.
Now, conservative superhero confronting about their responsibilities. I could see Batman showing up in this comic for no reason.
I never said it was Batman.
No, I know, but like I could believe it would be Batman, right? I could believe that Batman would show up and then be such an anti-hero he would tell black people not to steal. Like I'm gonna say real.
All right, both saying real.
Yeah.
Real gang.
Both are correct. This is Static Up All Night. And I have no idea who the kleptomaniac was supposed to be. Now that you mentioned Magpie, I wonder if she actually is supposed to be a real character.
Oh, Living Hell. Arkham Asylum, Living Hell. That's the comic. If you guys want to read a good comic that isn't incredibly this, Arkham Asylum, Living Hell is really, really good. Really good.
Honestly, I think the character was supposed to be an OC and not actually in the DC universe at all.
Because it was Static Shock stopping the stealing, that was what pushed me over the edge that it could be real.
Yes, I do know that the conservative superhero who confronts them is Icon. Yeah, I don't know much about this character either, but apparently he's written to be conservative historically. He's a black superhero. As far as I know, he's just Black Superman.
Gotcha.
He looks like Robin if he was black and took steroids.
All right, let's go on to the next plot, shall we?
I'm ready.
This is a retelling of Harley Quinn's origin story, taking inspiration from Jekyll and Hyde. Harleen is a soft Jewish gymnast who is convinced by her girlfriend Ivy to act as a test subject for a strange drug at a shady company. The drug ends up creating a new personality, Harley, who is much more impulsive and willing to commit whatever crime she needs to make money or impress her sweet Ivy. She works together with Jack Napier, who is black, and ends up discovering a bigger conspiracy within the company. The man behind this operation, Ivy's abusive father, secretly has been giving his wife and daughter experimental drugs like these in an effort to control them. Real or fake?
Okay. Oh my God. I don't wanna get your channel taken down, but if this is a newer comic, last I checked, young people hate the Jews again. So making Harley Quinn a Jew, unless she like says, "Hey, I'm not one of those Israeli Jews."
You'd be surprised. Honestly, before the conflict in the Middle East, there was a couple of them in these DCYAs. Even Avengers Academy. Aaron, the gay Captain America, he's supposed to be Jewish.
So, but Ivy's also white.
Joker's black. Harley Quinn is Jewish. And now lesbian and drug testing. Oh my God. It's
Jekyll and Hyde, but with Harleen and Harley.
Now, it's pretty clever. All of it's pretty clever. But y'all write books and you write comics and you do it really well. So you could be disguising your own talents in this one. And that's the thing. Oh God, this is tough. I'm gonna go based on the fact, I'm going to assume this is super new, and I'm going to go with the fact that all I see are Palestinian accounts all over Twitter now. I'm going to say fake. It's a long shot, though, but I'm going to go fake.
The Black Joker, I feel like I would have heard people talking. Maybe I did hear people joking about Black Joker. This feels very real.
It's well written. If this is fake, my hat's off to you, my imaginary hat.
Yeah, I'm gonna go real.
Oh, it's split.
The thing about trying to control the daughter with the drugs.
The daughter and the mother.
Yeah. that feels very like leftist slop. I went to this like writing workshop.
They're all gonna have leftist slop.
No, I know, but that feels like I went to the writing workshop one time, and this this lady wrote this like horrible short story where it was very similar concept, and then like the first person who critiqued it was like, "Who hurt you?" And then they're like, "You can't ask that." Like the person running the work, and I was like, "Yeah, but like that's what everyone thinks."
They're all diaries. They're all their diaries just to shove their feelings into, and then you can't criticize them because then you're criticizing them.
That is, by the way, the most annoying shit at a workshop is like someone will write something that like actually happened to them that's like traumatic, and it's never stopped me. I'm like, yeah, this is a very unsympathetic character. It feels very unreasonable that they're upset, and it's like, oh, this is like a true story, and it's like, yeah, listen, you should either revise yourself or revise the story, because this is
preferably
one vote for real, one vote for fake.
Come on.
Is real. No! It's called The Strange Case of Harleen and Harley. And there's a bunch of stuff, random fucking shit in that comic that I didn't even bother to mention. Not only was Harley like rewritten to be like Jewish, but also her dad is part of like some sort of crime mafia.
The Jewish mob. Oh, fuck.
He's not Jewish. She's Jewish on her mother's side.
Okay.
But
Oh, okay.
that's how they beat the villain at the end. Is he uses like his crime? The family gets involved and like beats up the CEO.
There's like I grew up in New Jersey, and so there's all these like mob jokes, right? And like that's like one of the there's this whole family of like jokes about like what a Jewish mob would be like.
It's just fairly new. This is originally published May 2nd, 2023. So that's pretty cutting, and that is newer than I would think that they would make a pro-Jewish character, because lately it's all been very rah for the youth, at least in the youth categories. Maybe this is written by an old author or something that's like, I'm hanging on, damn it. I don't know.
Also, when you start writing it, it takes a while to actually get to the finish line to get it published and everything.
Ooh.
You could start writing it like a year in advance, and then it'll be dated by the time it actually comes out. All right, next plot. Bruce Wayne, multi-billionaire and secret vigilante by night, finds himself rather lonely when he's not beating off bad guys in a dark alleyway. But after a pole dancing circus stunt gone wrong, Bruce witnesses the tragic passing of Dick Grayson's parents. Not wanting to see Dick drop out of high school and give up on his dreams, Bruce adopts him and gives him a place to stay. But as Dick comes closer to discovering Bruce's secret, Bruce also comes close to discovering something new about himself. It's not just
I shouldn't have read ahead.
It's not just a bat suit hiding in the closet, but feelings too. Does Bruce Wayne actually love Dick?
No,
Hey.
they did not. They did not do the joke that's been going on since the 30s. No.
A tragic pole dancing circus? Get the fuck out of here, fake.
How old is Dick? Did you say school? What school? Is it college? Please tell me it's old Dick. Give me the old Dick.
Real or fake?
Fake.
One vote for fake.
This has been a joke forever. This has been a joke since before I was alive.
Yeah,
But there could be a writer stupid enough to be like, but what if it wasn't a joke though? What if it was no joke though? Right?
Yeah, well, they could say that it was coded since like way back.
Yeah.
Bob Kane just wanted the Robin Dick. Oh God. Okay, I'm already down one, but I have to go fake. It's almost too on the nose. I think there's definitely a gay Batman out there in the Batverse. I don't know if they would be ballsy enough to put him balls deep in Dick. That is a tough call. So he's definitely sucked some dick, but not Dick's dick. I'm going fake.
All right. It is fake. Yes, prematurely reading ahead and
But
laughing.
you wrote it in caps.
Yeah.
Bruce Wayne actually loved Dick.
All right, next plot. Nubia, the black twin of Wonder Woman, is raised by two lesbians and never really taught how to be a true hero herself. But nevertheless, she springs into action when a convenience store is robbed and she saves the day. Why then is she blamed for the robbery by the store clerk and detained by police? No matter what good deed Nubia does, she can never escape racism. And after Nubia's black friend turns down the romantic advances from a white boy at school, she realizes just how far racism can go when he returns with a gun and tries to take revenge on all the students. Real or fake?
They did the school shooter angle because of the Black Queen. Oh no. Did an angsty Stephen King write this? Dear Lord. Okay. I am going real. I think there is no line too far for them to cross when it comes to racial politics with these, and they will defend their black queens to the literal death. And so making the angry white boy the shooter and making the black girl get racism at the same time, this is all very plausible to me. This seems legit.
Yeah, I think it's all very by the book. Yeah, and then the store robbery thing. Yeah, this all like seems very by the book. Lefty slop.
All right. We got real
Real.
Saying real?
Real.
It is real. And in fact, it is called Nubia Real One.
We the real
That is
one.
the actual title of the comic. And it's way more convoluted than what I summarized it to be.
Oh, she ain't pretty. She is not a pretty picture.
It is some of the ugliest art around, yes.
You know those like horror movies where you get like the night terror demons that like they wake up in the middle of the night and you can just see like glimpses of their face on the walls? That's what she looks like. But you're supposed to like her. Oh, I need to see what the high school girl that he asked out that said no looks like, because I wish I was at that school and I'm like, you can get better, King. Don't even worry, because if she looks anything like Wonder Woman's twin, and I use that term very loosely, it's a very loose lasso of truth here. The friend is shorter and chubbier. Oh, honey,
She's supposed to
no.
be like a giant. She's like 7 feet tall or something in that comic. Next plot. Teenage Bruce Wayne runs away from home after failing to live up to his parents' expectations. Luckily, he finds refuge in Metropolis at an underground clinic that strives to give free medical care to uninsured people and criminals who can't go to the hospitals for their suspicious wounds. There, he befriends teenage Diana and develops a crush on her, despite her being a Wonder Woman that's way out of his league. Har har. When Diana sees scrawny Clark Kent, who is also black, getting bullied, she stands up for him. Thanks to Bruce recording the incident on his phone, they're able to get the bully kicked out of school. That's when the three of them decide that they'd like to make an even bigger difference in the world. So they form the Social Justice League, dedicated to finding acts of social inequality and exposing it on social media, using their phones as weapons. Real or fake?
Oh, no. Fake. First of all, they're not giving out PrEP to children in, they're not giving like hormone blockers to children in the clinic. They're only doing it to uninsured people.
Like, I would put every single individual thing that they're doing in the clinic.
Yeah,
And-
the Social Justice League cannot possibly be in a comic book. That's
Well, that's also, it could be me flavoring it.
okay. Yeah, you could be flavoring. Okay, yeah,
Like Lois Rain.
the gross rain. Yeah.
I will never forget Lois Rain. She haunts my Lois Rain nightmares. Adam is going fake. I am going real because I can't remember exactly which one it was. I tried to repress episode 1 because there is so much horrible stuff that happened. But I do remember like them advocating for children and trying to program children to do a lot of really stupid shit and objectively bad shit. So what this comic is doing is it's literally saying like record people against their will for the advocacy of social justice. And I have been on the internet too long and I've seen a lot of these people use the term social justice like as a positive thing. It started out as a positive thing, and I can totally see them wanting to take that word back, much like there's a lot of words I want to take back. I didn't get any red flags. I think all of that is honest and true. If there is a black Joker, there is a black Superman. There is a black Superman in the 90s at John Henry Irons. There is already a black Superman, so this is all legit.
I want to say fake because Diana also she's white. We've got 2 white characters and only 1 black character. She's not Jewish. She's not a lesbian. She's not.
As far as you know, she's not a lesbian.
And she could be Jewish in disguise.
Yeah, I don't
Gal
think.
Gadot is Jewish. She was Wonder Woman. There you go. I don't want to convince you to come to my side though. I want you to go to the other team.
No, I'm gonna swing for fake.
All right, we got fake and real.
I remember something about this with the recording with the phones, but I'm gonna still say fake. Yeah.
It's quite a trope.
Yeah.
It is fake. It is not real. No Social Justice League, unfortunately.
Yeah, there was too many missed opportunities. The clinic doesn't hand out hormone blockers to children, so
Well, it's not Avengers Academy. The recording the phones to defeat the villains. That's actually how the Nubia comic ends. Is she records him so that she can prove that he did the school shooting?
What?
Because he's white. Naturally, he gets away with everything because he's white. So you gotta record everybody. All right. Next plot. In this retelling of Batwoman, Kate Kane is a young, sassy black girl who criticizes her father every day for selling out and working as a police officer for Gotham City, especially after her Asian girlfriend is kidnapped by a mysterious man in a phony Batman mask, and her father fails to find her or the kidnapper. Does he just not care because she's gay? Kate realizes you can never trust police, not even if they're your own flesh and blood, and takes matters into her own hands. She creates her own Batman mask in order to pose as the man who kidnapped her girlfriend and get closer to the Batman-obsessed cult she believes is behind it all. Real or fake?
So there's the convincing kids to betray your own family. That's all in line. Lesbians. Are they interracial lesbians? Yeah, they're interracial lesbians.
Black and Asian.
Yeah.
The forbidden couple.
And then
A lot of abuse in that one.
It's a Batman-obsessed cult.
What could they mean by this?
Yeah, that means probably like, obsessed with like crime getting, solved.
They definitely had tattoos and tiki torches and chants of all
it's
that variety.
Probably like a statement against like the fans of Batman, right?
Yep.
This all feels real. I'll go real.
I'm unfortunately gonna side with you on that one. I think this is 100% real. This doesn't even sound like DC YMCA propaganda. This sounds like the mainline comics. This is something they would pull in the main bullshit. Yeah. So I don't know. This is
also,
this 100%.
Accusing her father of selling out by becoming a policeman is the most unhinged thing I think I've ever heard. Like, what's the not selling out version of being a cop? Like, what? Just being like a
she's being a vigilante, I guess.
A drug dealer? Like, what do you want? Like, just robbing stores instead of being a sellout? Like, what the fuck?
Only from white-owned stores. That's it. If you steal from a black man, though, straight to black jail, whatever that is, black-owned jail. No black people in there, but real.
All right, we got
so real.
2 votes for real.
Unfortunately, real.
Yeah, this one is in fact fake.
What? No!
Completely made up.
Well done. You should write for them.
Yeah, unfortunately, I think I gave them new ideas.
Yeah.
Kate Kane is, of course, a real character, and she is actually a lesbian, but she is white. And in the CW show, she gets replaced by a black version.
That's right.
Okay.
But not quite in line with what I went for this plot synopsis.
Yeah, no, send you straight up to DC, not even the youth propaganda division. I could see that being a Netflix show 100%. Throw it on there. Oh, damn.
Yeah, I got the mystery aspect in there. That'll keep their attention.
Mm-hmm.
Next plot. Jessica Cruz is smart, and everyone loves her. But despite her being the greatest person in Coast City, she worries every day her family might be sent back to Mexico by ICE, since they're here illegally. She's constantly visited by visions of Aztec gods, representing her culture and giving her advice on what's the best way to handle her anxiety. But with xenophobia getting worse in America, she starts to think it'd be better to go back home to Mexico. But everything changes when her father gets detained by ICE. Now she's retaliating by tying up ICE officers in chains and joining protests to be a voice to abolish them completely. Real or fake?
Okay, I'm pretty sure I chopped this up with an axe. And there was one I remember with someone with the last name Cruz who was like talking about Aztec stuff and how she's like, oh, I'm like an Aztec. I'm not like a evil Spanish person. But her last name, Cruz, means cross, which is like a Spanish Catholic last name.
Very ironic.
So it's like a very silly last name to give to someone who's supposed to be like, I'm Aztec. It's like, no, you're not.
They don't think that hard. You might be changing my mind because I was actually going to go fake only because usually there is a lot of comics with like ice in them or like some ice allegory, but it's an allegory and they don't call them ice. They would call them like stars or something, like these are the stars of the flag or something like that. I don't know. But like it's like using the actual name ice, but of course you may have just changed it to ice. I know your secrets now. and it could have been like it's actually an allegory, but we're just calling it ice for the purposes of this, and it's still real.
I'll go real because I chopped up a book that was very similar, at least. I mean, the second half could be totally different, but I'm just gonna go real because I know there was a Cruz person who was like, yeah, I'm like totally Aztec. By the way, the Aztecs was like it was a big empire, and the central group that was doing all the sacrificing and stuff.
Yeah.
People are most definitely. It's very unlikely that you descend from them. There was all these other tribes that joined the Spanish to exterminate them, and they ate and killed most of the central Aztec group that were sacrificing people.
But okay, so I was gonna go fake before cannibalism, but the cannibal trivia I think convinced me to go real. Not so much the cannibalism, but more so the fact that you chopped up this book with a literal what was it, an axe or a samurai sword or something? So yeah, I'm gonna go.
I don't know any katanas.
Oh, you don't learn the way of the samurai? Okay, so I'm gonna go real. Based on, unless you're lying to me too, I just feel like everyone's lying to me now, but I'm gonna go real because I saw that footage of you going crazy. So you're either very clever to just come up with that to convince me, or it's legit. I'm going legit. Let's go legit.
I'm dragging you down with me.
We have 2 votes for real.
Yeah.
Jessica Cruz. It is real. And just to add some context, she is supposed to be a Green Lantern. Although she does not use any Green Lantern powers at all in the comic. She has a green ring. It doesn't do anything, but there you go. And it's also some of the worst art I have ever seen in any DCYA comic, which is saying something.
Worse than I'm Not Starfire.
Why is her eyes black? Why that doesn't look right?
Oh, fucking yeah! That she looks like she's like possessed by a demon.
Like,
they all are. This person doesn't know how to draw anything except ambiguous minority people.
Giant torsos.
If I was born in a world where women look like this, just I am gay right off the bat. As soon as puberty hits, I'm like, yeah, I'm not going near these things.
Just one more left. Last plot. In Gotham High, Bruce is well known as the rich Jewish kid who everyone wants money from. The only person who's ever treated him like a person is the new kid, Jack Napier, who comes from a poor and broken family. Bruce is the only friend Jack's ever had. But as the two get closer, Bruce realizes Jack's feelings may be more than just friendly. Feeling confused, Bruce rejects Jack's advances on him. Jack disappears from his life for weeks until finally reappearing under a new persona online he calls the Joker. A social media account completely dedicated to calling for the eradication of Jews. It's not funny. And other minorities under the guise of just being jokes.
Okay.
I don't know if you want
escalate when Joker announces his plans to shoot up Gotham High. Can Bruce stop him in time?
Okay. Ever get rejected so bad? Not only is she a bitch, she should be eradicated.
So gay Joker becomes a pretty much a full-blown Joker. Nazi because the Jewish Bruce Wayne rejected him because he's not gay, and then he's just like,
yeah. Okay, this is the fakest.
Too funny.
This is the fakest shit ever. Because not only is that way too funny, but Bruce is the rich Jewish kid, and everyone wants money from him. And you're supposed to feel sympathy for a rich person? Fucking not a chance. The idea that everyone isn't entitled to his money is also a crazy. That's definitely fake. That's like second reason that's fake. The gay thing, of course they would do that. Of course they would have gay Joker. Of course they would have gay Batman.
That's all by the book, huh?
Right. That's solid, normal stuff.
To be fair, Batman isn't gay. He rejects him.
No, he's confused, so he rejects him. He's not because he's straight. He's feeling
he's
confused.
Not gay.
So that's 2 points for real. Is that not only can he? So there's no such thing as being straight. It's the more extreme leftist logic is that you are conditioned to be straight, otherwise everyone would be naturally gay. So him being confused is very accurate, very real, but I don't think that they would make you sympathetic for a rich person or imply that you are not entitled to all their stuff. Rejects him and then comes online where he's the Joker and he's calling for the eradication of the Jews under the guise of jokes.
Just being jokes.
That is like a very believable anti-free speech point. So I would say another point for real. And then he's going to be a school shooter. Another point for real. So I would say when I break it down, there's 4 things that are definitely real, but the sympathy for a rich person and the implication that their money should not be distributed to everyone is
What
those.
if it's a Jewish person writing it?
Oh, a Jewish person wanting sympathy. But you're taught to self-hate, right?
Not if you're Jewish.
Not if you're Jewish. Fuck. Okay, so now that I think about it, there's more that makes it real than not real. The only
But it's hilarious.
yeah,
You're like that robot where you feed it 2 right answers and it blows up because it can't compute that. Like it's like both A and C are correct, and it's just like no.
they're both white.
But one of them is Jewish, so
One of them's
Right.
does this count? One of them is Jewish, one of them is gay?
With a gay joke.
No, you got to make the Joker. Oh no, the Joker's the
He's
villain,
gotta-
so he has to be white. Okay.
I wish he was Palestinian so bad. That would be the cherry on top for this one. That could unite the
Yeah.
world. I think the way we heal the world is gay Jewish Batman with crazy gay Palestinian Joker, and then they kiss right at the border there, and then all the rocks and missiles will stop.
That would be a hilarious twist if Joker was like Muslim or something. It's feeling more real now that I break it down, because the only thing that keeps it from being real is that they're sympathetic for a rich person. If there was another detail where like he hates his parents for being rich, that might help.
I lean towards fake, but then the implication is if it's fake, you wrote the funniest shit ever where you have the Joker saying exterminate all Jews. And I don't know if you want me to say here that you wrote that, because that's incredibly funny to me. I'm going to go fake only because it's so funny. It's more, I've lost anyway, but it's more funny to say it's fake and you wrote this. That's the thing. The implication that you wrote this is way funnier than it being real. Real, it can be
You have a
believable.
lot of experience with these comics.
I'm gonna defy the math. I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm gonna defy the math, and I'm gonna go fake, because the sympathy for the rich person is too unbelievable.
It's too much, too unbalanced.
It's too. Yeah, I think you know the elements to add in. There's a school shooter that is white, and he's racist and calling for the extermination of
gay
somebody.
incel.
Gay incel. A gay guy who's not getting sex and is mad about it.
That's impossible.
That's fucking not. That can't. They wouldn't.
They would do that. They've done that before.
Statistically
Wow.
impossible.
That's like the reason why, that's why the right is like so mad, is because they're secretly gay inside.
Oh, I didn't know.
Then they
I didn't
can
know
have
the lore.
gay sex. They
That's
can
a
have secret
thing.
gay sex then.
Both for fake.
Yeah, I'm gonna go fake. I'm gonna go fake. Although that's a compelling argument about the secret gay conservative Joker.
Yeah, that is actually a trope.
Gay conservative Joker.
No
that
joke.
could be fun. Oh my god. Well, if he's going fake, now I want to go real, because I need to close this gap then, and because I've already lost. But that wouldn't be true to my feelings, so I think it's so much more funny to go fake. So damn. I'm a man of conviction. I'm going fake. Fine, I'm going fake. That's fine.
All right, too funny to be real. Both are going fake. It is fake.
That's so great.
And yes, I
love
did
it.
type out the eradication of Jews and other minorities. Well, unfortunately, James, you did lose this round.
No! Oh, I'm not brushed up on my homoerotic gay DC lore. It's over for me. Oh no. I feel betrayed.
Adam, since
Prescribed
you
for me.
won, you can
Yes.
pick the torture.
He's fishing with his snorkel under the water.
That's not how snorkels work. Well, you broke my brain with that, Suffering. Thank you. I don't think I can function anymore. I'm just going to enter the nursing home right now and be fed applesauce for the rest of my days thanks to that.
Well, hopefully your brain functions enough to shout out your links for the end of the video.
Yeah.
Well, I don't even know if I will do anything ever again after that. But hey, everybody, I am one half of MeleeGames, where we bring back the glory of gaming. We do all sorts of stuff, all surrounding video games, and we just love chaos and insanity. And if you watch this lovely channel here, you somewhat love and respect comics, at least maybe once upon a time. And I do tend to play comic book video games, comic book themed and then, talk about comic book movies and all that stuff. We love to be masochists over here and just hate the modern world. So come on down and hang out with us, and we will talk about hopefully some good video games and some really horrible things. There's a lot of horrible things out in the world, and I'm now depressed and don't know how to speak English anymore. Yay! If
you want to read less retarded comics, Burning Star Comics.
BurningStarComics.net.
It's a great slogan.
Program restart.